In 2001, Roy Keane walked onto a football pitch with one intention, not to win the game, but to destroy one specific man deliberately, with full planning. He succeeded. That man never played a full game of football again. His name was Alfie Haaland, and the little boy watching from the stands that day, he just scored 4 goals at the 2026 World Cup, carrying Norway to the knockout rounds for the first time in history. This is that story. First, you need to know who Alfie Haaland was, a professional footballer from Norway, tough, hard-working, a midfielder who played in England for Leeds United and Manchester City, Norway's national team player, really good. In 1997, Alfie was playing against Manchester United. Roy Keane, their captain and one of the most feared players in world football, went for a tackle. His knee twisted badly. He fell to the ground in genuine pain. Alfie stood over him. He thought Keane was faking the injury to waste time, so he told him to get up, stop pretending. But Keane wasn't faking. His knee was seriously injured. He was carried off on a stretcher. He missed almost a full year of football. And he never forgot what Alfie said, not for a single day. For 3.5 years, Keane played football, won trophies, was one of the best players in the world, but inside he remembered every word Alfie said over him on that pitch. April 2001. Manchester City versus Manchester United, same pitch, first time facing each other since 1997. Keane went in for a tackle on Haaland. He kicked him hard on the knee, deliberately. Red card immediately. Everyone in the stadium knew it was wrong. But here is the part that shocked the entire football world. Roy Keane wrote a book, and in that book he confessed everything. He said the tackle was planned. Deliberate revenge for what Alfie said in 1997. He admitted it all, in writing, for the whole world to read. The football world was completely stunned. That tackle changed Alfie Haaland's life forever. The kick damaged the nerves in his knee. Not even the knee Keane kicked, the other knee, the one Alfie had been putting extra pressure on because of existing pain. Alfie had surgery. He tried to come back, but he was never the same player again. He managed just 4 substitute appearances. Then in July 2003, at just 30 years old, Alfie Haaland retired. 30 years old, prime of his career, finished because of one deliberate kick. Alfie later said, "For 8 years before that tackle, I was never seriously injured. I found out afterwards it was done on purpose." Keane said in his book, "I never played a full 90 minutes again." And he was right. Keane was fined £150,000 and banned for 5 matches. But no punishment could give Alfie his career back. Erling Haaland grew up watching his father walk with pain, watching the sport his dad loved most get taken away too early, by one deliberate act from one man. And Erling chose football anyway. He became a striker, the most physically demanding position on the pitch. He started at a small club in Norway, moved to Austria, then Germany, where he scored 86 goals in just 89 games. Let that sink in. 86 goals in 89 games. Then in 2022, he joined Manchester City, the same club his father played for, the same pitch, the same changing rooms, the same stadium where Alfie's career was heading when everything went wrong. First season, 36 goals, a new Premier League record, 3 trophies in 1 year, Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, everything you can win in English football, all in 1 season. Roy Keane destroyed Alfie Haaland at Manchester City. His son came back to the same club and conquered it completely. But one thing was still missing, the biggest stage of all. Norway had not been at a World Cup since 1998. 28 long years. A whole generation of Norwegian fans who never saw their country compete at the World Cup, and Alfie Haaland, who played for Norway, never got there either. That dream was never realized. So when Erling scored the goals that sent Norway to the 2026 World Cup, qualifying for the first time in 28 years, it was not just about football, it was a son doing what his father never could. At this World Cup, Erling has been unstoppable. 4 goals in the group stage, Norway through to the knockout rounds for the very first time in their entire history, and Alfie Haaland is in the stands, watching his son, at the tournament he never reached, living the dream through the boy he raised. Roy Keane ended Alfie's dream. Erling is living it for both of them. Roy Keane is now a television presenter, sitting in studios giving opinions on the game he once dominated. Alfie Haaland is 52 years old, traveling to America to watch his son play at the World Cup, the tournament he never reached himself. And Erling, just 25 years old, has the chance to win it all. Before the tournament, Erling was asked about his father. He said simply, "He is my biggest inspiration. Everything I do is for him." Roy Keane wrote in his book, "Take That." Erling Haaland is still writing his reply. If this story moved you, subscribe right now, because Erling's World Cup journey is not finished, not even close. See you in the next one.